camera stand properly. Game every time. So if I just can get it and then leave it, but you know, leaving things alone has never been my gift. Okay, I think we're okay there. I gotta make sure I turn the volume down on my other device so that I can actually watch the chitty chat. Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome if you're replaying. I'm always amazed if people replay me, although I love replays myself. And I am so grateful that you're here. Let's see, here I'm coming. It's coming up. Why is it taking so long? This doesn't make any sense. There it is. Yay, we're good. Okay, is this where I change it? I'm telling you people, I've tried to get those crowns off and it didn't work. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna rearrange my posties. I'm loving these new Post-its from the Dollar Tree. Hello, people. These are phenomenal. They're the super stickies, and they were still $1.25. I watched Malia's video. She was surprised to see $1.50 at her Dollar Tree, and I'm telling you, girl, it's going up further than that because ours are at, we got like $1.75s and stuff going on. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, that's all that. So today I am going to go ahead and like my own video because it's important. I'm going to read one of God's daily promises out of this lovely book I got at Five Below. And I'm going to take a sip out of my water. It's a very relaxed stream. I was at Janet's. Felt a little awkward to say in the chat that I was starting this, but this is my official first day of being a person who streams with an actual schedule. And yeah, so there's nobody here though. I'm wondering, did I sit through the settings wrong? I bet I did. Oh Lord, maybe I did I'll wait I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, but I may have, oh no, somebody else is here, I think. All right, can you just say something in the chat if you're here? Just say hi, even if you're shy. I just want to make sure I didn't set it to the private unlisted thing that I do when I make a video. I might have done that. I thought it said public though. I don't know. We're going to keep moving. Daily promises from God. And you know what? If it's not a real live, I will... no, it has to be because I can see it on my iPad. Okay, we're good. People don't... Oh, wait, hold on. Is it... How do... This doesn't look the same. Is that... Wait a second. Is that just the delay? Oh, Christy, thank you for saying hi. All right, now I know it's live. The delay is intense, though, because what I'm watching... Hold on a minute. What I'm watching has where I didn't even fix the... I think it's my delay. Yeah, it has where I didn't even fix the mat yet or something. I don't... Oh, I can see this. Oh, people, I have such perceptual issues. I am definitely like in the category of perceptually impaired. Whoo, Lordy be. All right, and Christy, how are you, sweetheart? And thanks for always coming. It's so nice to have your company. All right, daily promises from God. Ready? All right. I need to put I'm going to put a bookmark, not a bookmark, but a posty thing. I don't want to use here, I'll use one of these. These are fun. They're really good. I use them a lot in my Bible. It's like a tab, but a Post-it. Okay, this is the word of the Lord. My eyes will watch over them for their good, and I will bring them back to this land. I will build them up and not tear them down. I will plant them and not uproot them. Jeremiah 24:6. There. Woo! All right, my people. So that is from the King James Version, I believe. I think it said, yes, I do know because it said it in there. I'm great too, Christy, doing great. So what I'm going to do today is I have so many products that I have not used that I purchased. A lot of them I purchased off of the Peachy Cheap site. And I want to get into using some of them. Hey, Jacqueline's here. How are you, girl? How are you? Oh, I got to show you, Jacqueline. Hold on. How cute does this look on my journal? This is a girlfriend of mine gave me this for my birthday a couple of years ago. Woo, I love it. I love it. I love, 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 love. And the other one I have on another journal that's not, it's not as close at hand. I love it. I want to thank you for that. So good. I'm hyped you're here. What I'm not hyped about is that I gotta have to deal with looking at I gotta get over it. It's the body God made. So I'm gonna have like a boatload of stuff I haven't used yet that I bought, and I'm decided that today's the day I'm gonna lay it all out, which I have a whole bunch of it here, and I pulled out my painting papers that I've made a while back. And I have these, I like these folders. I think they're Amazon. They're plastic, and then they have like flowers on them. So I use these inside my hanging folders in this desk that I have. Romeo made it many years ago. He made the whole desk. He built the desk. It's beautiful. It's like huge, huge. So honestly, I'm sitting at the part where you would put a computer up here, and then like this is like a little lower. So what I want to do is just play, just absolutely play. So I've got my baby wipes. I've got my little plastic mat. I've got this is how I keep my stencils. They're not organized. They're just in one of these cases. I got my stencils. I got my paint cup. I got my palette knives. And those are the things that I already have, that I use on a regular basis, right? Now what I have that it's new is I have bought these acrylic markers from, there was a sale, buy one, get one 50 at Michael's. Oh, and I got a $10 voucher for the stuff from after shopping at Michael's last week. This is one of my favorite coffee cups, but I lost the lid. I left it somewhere. It says, all I need is a little bit of Jesus, or a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus. Amen to that. I don't drink coffee anymore, though I drink tea. Okay, so the things that I have that I haven't tried are those markers, these markers these are from Hobby Lobby, and I think they came in a Hobby Lobby order. Hey, Janet, how are you? I'm gonna play with my stuff that I haven't played with. When I wasn't feeling so great, when I was having low energy whatnots over the last like 6 months, I was still shopping for stuff, but I wasn't really using it. And then these I got at these are an American Crafts. I got these, they're little detail doodlers, and I got those at Five Below. And then recently, you may have seen, I got these little smelly markers. They have scents. Thank you, Janet. Actually, I'm getting them done tomorrow. I started doing that for myself when the new year was here. Hey, girl, I love you. God knows, God knows. So listen, this is going to be a regular thing. Those of you who've been around me a while know that I just usually impromptu stream. But I'm now going to officially make Mondays at noon Eastern a time where you can count on me being here unless I'm away or something like that. So these are the smelly ones. Who is that? Is that my cat? Oh, something dropped on my leg. All right, and then these are the metallic moonlight pens. I know, me too, Janet. I still love them. I'm going to take these down to play with my niece next week, or this week. Later this week, we're going down to the shore, down to the beach. And guess what, Janet? Just like you, I'm going to get to meet Lori, Painty Girl, because she only lives a hop, skip, and a jump from where my aunt and uncle have their beach house. So she and her hubby are going to drive up and meet me so we can meet up. And then these are the, so I'm really thrilled about that. These are the moonlight jellies, and these are the glitter jellies. Or not glitter jelly. Yeah, jelly rolls. Is Jelly Roll make these too? I can't remember. Yeah, they make those too. So those are all pens I want to play with. These are metallic acrylic markers. So since these are acrylic over here, we'll put these together. Yeah, my niece's birthday was July 15th. She turned 5. I can't believe it. And I know it, Jen, and I can't wait. I know, right, Jacqueline? I'm so thrilled. So thrilled. And at some point I want to meet Candy too, but she's in the middle of moving. So these are people I've been wanting to meet for years from YouTube. All right, and then I kind of like this case. So I don't know if I might keep this in the case. I'm going to be doing an inductive Bible study. And I think if these don't bleed through the Bible pages, this might be the right set to do because you color code and everything. So we'll leave those in the case. And then I have these Bondos. I bought these a long time ago. Got this idea from Malia. They're just bigger than your credit cards. So they give you more real estate in terms of swiping. I cannot find any of my palette knives, and they're all from the Dollar Tree, but I like them. So I do have this one, luckily, that I got when I was at, hey, Mrs. Bubble, what's up, Teresa, how you doing? This one, I got it when I was at Blick, when I visit my daughter in Philadelphia last April. All right, so let's put this in here. I'm just going over what I got here. And this is, okay, so here, that's all that stuff. The rest of this is from Peachy Cheap. And Peachy Cheap's it's like a discount place where they sell like leftover stuff. So this one is the expanding mousse that Beth has. And there's red and blue and silver and white and copper. I guess that's a copper, okay. And then there's this. I've never used this. This I've used before, the expanding mousse. I used to have it, and then I was not doing art for a couple years. And I will tell you, people, if you're not doing art and you're not using your stuff, not to make you feel guilty, but this stuff doesn't last for the rest of your life, you know. So this is like a dusty rose. Hold on, I want to put these markers back. Janet, you had such a lovely stream. You reminded me about, you know, go with the flow. I have two things on my wall that say go with the flow. One was my daughter when she was in like 4th grade. She made it on the computer. It's so cute. And the other one is out of like a magazine, and it just says go with the flow. And I feel like for me, that's when I go with the flow and don't get up. Because with plans and timing and rushing and being late, I've noticed that I can be very, very uptight, and it really tightens my muscles, and it causes me to be stressed. So I really love the go with the flow. Go with the flow. I mean, not that we don't like make an appointment and keep the appointment, but you know, when you're doing your art, nobody's making an appointment. Go for it, Teresa. Go for it. I had 2 cups of tea or 3 myself today. This one's black. So this is called chalk mousse. We're gonna play with it, see what it's like. I didn't get it that long ago, so I hope it's still good. And if it's not, that's okay too. You know, in the world of arts and crafts, nothing's a tragedy. We have this place where I took a crochet class, and I started another class but didn't have a chance to finish it because I wasn't feeling well. Anyway, it's called Propagate Studio, and Xandra, if you know Xandra, does a lot with mermaids, she actually went to it, and it's where I grew up. It's in the actual town where I grew up. And she said it was great. It is great. The stuff is so amazing. And they have a whole shop upstairs where people donate you donate the supplies you don't need, and then you can go in and purchase supplies. And she has it like this: pay what you can. So nothing got a price on it. So, you know, if you can pay $20 and get some stuff, you can have what, you know. So it's really sweet. Everybody's lovely. All right, and these were two different things. These two are different. These are Bo Bunny confetti paste, and this one's more of a white-ish with gold. This is more of a whitish with gold, almost like a blue. Yeah, almost like a blue on that one. And these 3 are glitter paste. Oh, this one is just delicious. Look at that. Oh, yeah, right, Janet? The pay what you can vibe, right? So I said this, I think, on another video. I love this one, orange citrus. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna have fun. You know, I said to myself, you know, I wanted to send a bunch of stuff to Care Heart, but that I was gonna donate. But unfortunately, the United States mailing situation for packages, you can still do okay with an envelope, but if it's a package, when I was doing the swap for the Candyland Journal with Rebecca Hoot, one of my packages was like $17, and it was only like not even as big as this, you know? So I decided that since it's available here, I'll support Care Hearts in another way, which is Defy. I'll do my shopping there, whatever. And I wanted to talk to her about a monthly recurring thing for the postage, because that's got to be hurting them. All right, and next I have glitter. And that's why I got this out, because when I use the glitter, I like to have a mat that's like this. I do have one of those little trays, but I use it for beading, actually. So it's in with my bead stuff. So we got blue opal. This is look at Desert Sunset. That reminds me of Desert Nana, yeah? Has anybody seen Desert Nana? Red carpet. I'm wondering how she's doing. I saw her for a little bit when I started getting back on. She's one of my faves. I spoke to her on the phone when I was right before I started getting really manic, and she was so lovely and loving and kind to me. All right, let's see. Alaskan Blue. Sorry, I'm not telling you the names. These are so fun. Night Fever. What's this one? Sunny Side. These have great names. Oh gosh, people. When I'm watching this, when I'm watching the actual camera now, you all know I have that, and maybe you don't. I have the 360 app. Last year I made Cole download it, and it's a monthly fee, but it's an amazing app. However, my daughter and Romeo are a bunch of little voyeurs, if you want to call it that. They watch what we're doing. My daughter was so upset on July 4th. She texted me. She's like, "Why are Cole and John at the fireworks store?" Because she's an ER nurse, and she sees a lot of really terrible injuries on 4th of July with people's limbs and fingers and stuff. I said, "Listen, I can't control them when I'm not here." I said, "I'm with Andrew. We're watching fireworks up in Mountain Creek, you know." But it's really funny. And then when I went to Philly and I stayed overnight, because it tells you where they are. And hey, I didn't see you. What do you mean you'll be back? Back? When did you come in? You didn't come in. You got to say hello first. Oh, maybe she's just saying hello and telling us she's coming back. All right. I'm like, don't you, Angie. But anyway, so my daughter's like creeping on us, and then John was like creeping on me because I came in from Philly, and I'm like, I went to Blick. It was so much fun. He goes, I know. I saw you were in there for an hour and a half. I was like, oh my gosh. And then when they take the boat out, instead of a little car, they have a little boat on the app, and it tells me that they're boating. It's so funny. It's crazy. I'm just really relieved though that my daughter, because she is a world traveler, she's on her way to Majorca in a couple days, and I need to see that she's safe, and at least I know where she is if something happened. That's that. All right, so let's pick. Oh wait, we're almost done. Sorry, I'm not done all the way. Hold on, I'm talking too much about stuff. Midnight Sapphire. And how are all of you guys doing? So I don't know why these all came in the same package. I don't know why some of them are in this bottle and some of them are in this bottle. I don't know. Oh, okay. She's at her great nephew's. My friend Jennifer has a sweet, adorable great nephew. His name is Luca, and he has bright, beautiful orange hair, and he has a love for very interesting things. I asked her, well, what's he into? Because I met him. We went out to dinner one time when her mom was visiting, and so she tells me, like, and off the top of my head, I just remembered that he likes rubber ducks, which I thought was such an adorable thing for a kid to like. So I was at Five Below like a couple weeks later, and they had this giant rubber duck. I said I have to, so I bought it for him. She sent me a picture yesterday of him with his rubber duck. He's so cute. He's the same age as my niece, going into kindergarten. All right, these are called aroma drops. They're supposed to smell. They just smell like flowers because I tried them on this tag. Right? Let me just see. And what's interesting, they definitely smell like flowers. It's a floral scent. But what's interesting is it says 48 hours to let them dry, but I only did this like 2 hours ago, and they're totally dry. So they're nice. That's the Nouveau drops. And then pretty much complementary colors. Those were separate from these. This is a different order. This says adds textured dimensional details to craft products. These are stone drops, they call them. Janet put a duck in. Oh, he's precious, Janet. He's a precious boy. We were out at the diner, and yeah, these don't have color names either. And he was so cute. He reminded me of my kids. He was like the little jelly. They have like these little packets of jelly that they leave on the table. I don't know if they do that in England, but they leave these jelly things on for toast and stuff. And he was playing with them, making little cars out of them. Just, it brings you back, you know, if you have kids or even nieces and nephews, you know, like you get to see like a little something that you're used to from the kids. All right. And then I want to say that I accidentally apparently ordered 2 sets of these smelling ones. So I'm going to bring these, since she's not here, I'm going to say it. I'm going to bring these as a little surprise for Lori, a little present. I certainly don't need 2 sets. All right, so let's pick out. Okay, oh, that's what I want to say also. I may jump up and grab some stamps that I haven't used and, you know, do all that too. So we've got pens we're going to decorate with, and markers, and glitter paste, and mousse, and expanding paste. So let's get to it. Let's pick something out. This is actually from Starving Emma. I bought some papers from her because it's really cool. If you go look closely, it's in she lives in Slovenia. So that's what that is. This is my drop paper one time. And again, I think this one, I think a lot of these are from, okay, no, those were from her. These are mine. I learned this from Shelly over at Crafting Mamas many years ago now. Like you're going on like 9 years, eight or 9 years ago. I learned to do my painting papers on the magazines, and these are really cool because when you collage with them, they have a great feel and a great sound. And this is the back cover or the front cover kind of materials of a fashion magazine, so it's a little thicker. This is from, okay, these are from Emma. I can tell which ones are mine, and I can tell which ones are hers. Well, it's kind of easy because the language is not English. That's so. But it's really fun to have different text, you know, different kinds of language on there. And look at these. See, these are, oh, I love these too. Alicia Mott sent me some newspaper that I've been hoarding. I kind of hoard Alicia's stuff because she's with the Lord now. But this is newspaper. And for me, it's all about what does it feel like when I tear it? Because collaging and doing art for me is a very sensory experience. I really enjoy the feel and the sound of the paper as I'm tearing it. This one was made by, and what's interesting with my brain, I can't remember the most common things, but I will be able to remember something like this. This one came from, I bought a set of these from Recreations by Brooke a long time ago, a set of her jelly prints. And that one I remember is from there. I just know it. It's so weird. I know it's weird. These are mine. I did these. These are on these are on magazine pages. And I did this with, I didn't put much else on it, but I had gotten this, I don't remember how or where, but it's kind of cool. It's an envelope, right? And then it has holes, like you could put it into your journal with holes if you wanted. And then I did do this one. Yep, this is, okay, this one I did on a book page. This I did on a paper that I think Amy dyed, and I just was scraping off. This is definitely deli paper. So I like the variety, a little ledger paper. I love the variety of papers, right? That's really something that I am interested in. And this one I did, this was fun. This is another Amy paper. It's coffee dyed student enrollment sheet. And I did the blue with a glitter paint over. This is from Michelle. She used to make these. I don't know her last name. Oh, Teresa's working on a Sunday journal to play with Tanya. Wait a minute, Teresa, what time does she come on Sundays? Oh, people, come on. I got this list of I'm going to put this list up for everybody, for the whole community, so we can see when people are on, especially for people like me that I was away for a little while and now I'm back and there's new people. And so if you wouldn't mind telling me what time Sunday she streams, I'd appreciate it. Sunday, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I only have Lori and Bima on Sunday on my list. 1 Central, so that's 2. It's all right. If it's listen, thank you. It's, if it's an estimate, that's all right. Thank you, thank you. Oh, my gosh, did you hear the story behind this shirt? Were you here when I said it, Emmy? So Andrew's he has autism, sort of, I guess. We don't know. He's just special. And, okay, so Andrew's super special. I work with him, but he works with me. We're best friends. We're BFFs. God put us together a long time ago. Anyway, he loves fans. He's obsessed with them. He's got probably 50 of them, and he wants more. There's not even room to fit more in his apartment at this point. We're making a chart of all his fans because we did that when I was his high school teacher. Anyway, when I worked where he goes for his program in the day called Piece by Piece, I worked with this wonderful, beautiful man of God named Nolan, young guy in his early 30s, 2 little kids, sweetheart, just a doll baby. Anyway, I mean, I just admire this guy. He's never had a drink of alcohol or put 1 drug in his body, and I just think it's amazing. So he makes t-shirts and sells them on Etsy. So he made 1 for me, 1 for himself actually, and 1 for Andrew. So we all have this one. Andrew loves this shirt. He has one too. I got to get a picture of the 2 of us with our shirts on. Oh, Teresa, you're so sweet. Hey, Carol. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, Carol, we're going to pray for you. We know. Me remembers. Yeah. Oh, Carol, sweetheart, that's difficult. It's, you know, sometimes of being on hold. You know, I've been trying to make doctor's appointments for myself and my son, and gosh darn it, if he didn't, if every time I call the office, it's like they're like, call back. So I'm gonna have to literally go there. All right, this is another one from Recreations by Brooke. I'm really excited that there's just basic paint swipes on some of these, you know. Like, look at this one. Yes, we've got a real situation here. All I did was gesso and put paint on this deli paper. I love deli paper. And this one is another one of those magazine backs, but it's just got a nice feel to it. And this, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I got this from Allison at Alice AJ's Inspired Life in a Happy Mail. She sent me this. It's a song with my name on it, and it's so special. I don't know how it got in here, but I'm going to put it over here for now because I'm not sure what I want to do with it. It was so thoughtful that she sent that to me. All right, I don't know what the heck is this. What is that? This looks like something I put on here, and it hardened up and fell off. I don't know. That's weird. All right, let's throw it out. She's turning 60. Oh, yeah, guess what? Romeo's in the same boat. He's going to be 67, and he waited until 67 to... you know, if you're in America, Social Security, well, at least for now, we have Social Security. Who knows? The future is kind of always unknown. Anyway, he waited till 67, and he's got to get the paperwork done, and he still hasn't done the paperwork. Oh, wow. Okay, Teresa said the news by her said to get a big old iced coffee and stay inside because it's supposed to be 100. Well, it's supposed to be, it's really nice today. Oh, people, I was going to tell you guys this. Oh my God, people, this is a people moment. This is another one of Brooks. This is another one of Brooks. They're thicker. It's like a watercolor. I took my dogs for a little walk around the farm this morning after I had breakfast, and they were, now Bella, I don't have to put her on a leash. She'll, you know, but Lola, you can't. Lola will go nuts. Hey, girl, I finally opened these. I just opened these today, girl. You were the one who recommended these bad boys. So we go around and we live on a large piece of property. And so, and then the farmer does corn on there. So we've got corn. The cornfields are, you know, pretty good. I'm going to try them today, girl. Oh, thanks, Teresa. And so I think some of these that I already put like stamps on will be kind of a separate thing because that's got another layer, right? So I'm going to actually put the stamped ones, at least some of them over there. I like this one. Now the deal is this. These are going to be like, it's like, to me, a painting paper is like most jelly prints. It doesn't become a full sheet of paper that you use most of the time. Most of the time you're using it for collage fodder. So essentially we're making collage fodder. Oh, Teresa likes the flowers and the circles. Cool. You know what the circles were? I'll have to show it to you. The circles are from this cardboard thing. Oh no, that one I made the circles. Oh, that's cool. Thanks. All right, so let's pick something to start with, and then I'll tell you the story as I go along. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm really feeling this one. So it's Kool-Aid dyed. So I took the dogs, and I was gonna go like straight. So we go out of my house. I could take a little shorts for you and show you. You go out of the side door, you go down the driveway, and then there's cornfield here, and then you go down this lane, not a lane, but kind of a lane, and there's two giant cornfields here. But then the barn is here, so I was gonna go this way, because we go different ways down to the two big cornfields, but Bella wanted to go this way past the barn. There's a big barn and then the little barn, which Romeo's heart is broken. The little barn is falling apart, and he feels so guilty that he didn't take care of it and blah, blah, blah. I said, man, you were taking care of me with mental illness. You were taking care of Cole as a little kid. You were taking care of your mother with dementia. And you were working full time as a high school math teacher. And you feel guilty because during that time frame, you didn't have time to get up on a barn and fix the roof. Like, really, get it together, buddy. He's so hard on himself. Yeah, Ange, we went past the outhouse. Ange loves my outhouse. So as we're going past the barn, all of a sudden I hear, and I've got Bella who's loose, and I've got Lola on my leash. And Lola, the last time I took her across the street a couple weeks ago to meet the little puppy that our neighbor got, and Lola got out. She literally got out of the collar and started running, you know. Oh, Malia, I love that you have one too. Yeah, you know what? We've had groundhogs living in there. We've had all kinds of things living in there. I don't really go near it. So let's see. What do I want to start with? Okay, you guys tell me. Should we start with the chalk mousse, the glitter paste? I think we should do one of these first. So give me a shout. Let me know. Mousse. No, I'm sorry. Expanding chalk. This is expanding too. Or glitter paste. What you got? What you got for me? So just put it in the chat. So this giant sound, this ruckus starts going. Lola starts pulling me the other way, and I'm like, you're not getting off. And then Bella's just standing there, and I'm like, in my moment, I'm like, in my head, we have bears. We have a lot of bears, and they always come out in the summer, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do to make sure I get both of these animals safely away from this bear? Because that's what it was making such noise. And out leaps this doe. And the doe, like, leaps out and just runs. And Bella just chills. And Lola's running away, and then the doe runs into the field. And as soon as the doe's in the field, Lola's a tough guy. She's like looking like, I was like, you are such a wimp. She's such a wussy. All right, I'm gonna just make a call. Nobody's giving me any information here. I'm gonna start with the chalk mousse, and let's do baby blue. Your wedding planning. Listen, God gave me a revelation last night, Angie. I had a revelation from the Lord. It was the most intense, not the most intense spiritual experience I've had. I have had so many intense spiritual experiences in my life because the Lord is kind and wonderful. But last night was a real breakthrough about getting married. It was a real breakthrough. And if you're interested, I'll let you know. So, yeah, so we came, so then, but what was funny is I was praying because I didn't have a lot of energy, and I knew I wanted to do this stream, and I was feeling a little tired this morning. And so when right before the thing happened with the deer, I was walking across praying, and oh, do you, girl, do you. So me said, sorry, had some kid drama over the weekend. Oh, sweetheart, that's the hardest. Oh, get that treatment, girl. Whatever's soothing you, whatever's healing you. Okay, that's good. Teresa wants to check out. Thank you, guys. The expanding chalk. So, Angie, what happened was I was doing something very mundane. I was making I take electrolyte powder to keep me feeling better. It's something I found really works for me. So I was putting some electrolyte powder in my water, and I keep like 2 at a time, because when you take lithium, if you do not stay hydrated, you will get kidney disease. My friend Jennifer has kidney disease because of it. So I'm really, I stay very hydrated. So I was sitting there at the counter in the kitchen, just making my my stuff. And all right, I'm gonna get a stencil out. Hold on. Hold the phone. All right, let me see. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Oh, I like this one. I haven't used. Look, another thing I haven't used yet. Let's use it. This looks fun. So, so I went. Which powder? Oh, okay. Okay. So Ami, I have to order it off of Amazon. I cannot find it in the store anywhere. It's that Celsius brand. It has no sugar and no caffeine. You know. Angie, girl, if you pick up your phone, we could talk about it. I know Angie and I have been playing phone tag. If you would have called me any other time. So here's the deal. So I go ahead and I'm doing that, and all of a sudden, God put it on my heart. And no, he put in my heart and in my mind the scripture that says, and I'm gonna go get it because I don't want to screw it up. It's in 3 different places. It's in Matthew 5:31-32, and Matthew 19:9, Luke 16:18, and Mark 10:11 and 12. Okay, so this is smooth. This stuff's working, so I don't think it went bad, but I think it'd be good to start using it more so it doesn't go bad, right? All right, we'll put some of that there. Let me just real quick grab my notes on that. So This is one of my journals that I communicate with God in. I write letters to God sometimes in here. I also used it when I was doing a study. Not great. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. That's what I do. So I take every packet and I cut it in half. Sometimes I cut it in three. So I use like one packet for like 3 waters, right? Thank you. I appreciate that tip. I really do. Okay, so here it is. This is what the Lord put into my mind. The man, and for this is Luke 16:18, second half of it. The man who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. And that came into my heart, and it was like, because I was feeling really upset about Romeo and I not being married, and he can't put a finger on why he doesn't want to get married, like officially really married. It has nothing to do with finances. I mean, many years ago, he signed over all of his stuff to myself, and if something happens to me, to Cole. So it's not a financial thing. And he loves me dearly and takes care of me. And I've given him options of, like, you know, when I had my first manic episode, I was like, if you really, you know, if this is too crazy for you, you can, you know, get off I called it the crazy train. I was like, you can get off the crazy train. And he chose not to. And I remind him of that occasionally. But anyway, the Lord is, and so then I finally said to God a couple of weeks ago, not weeks ago, a couple months ago even, maybe, I said, see, Malia, I didn't know you weren't married. Here's the thing. I didn't even know that, because here's the deal. That's because it's a covenant in front of God, marriage, because even if it's just, yeah, I get it. And I get it. Some people don't want to be married. It's totally okay. But anyway, because it was hurting my heart, God spoke to me that way because I've been reading scripture. He was able to put the scripture in my mind, right? Because you have to read the word of God if you're going to want to get it inside you. So I went into the living room where Romeo was, and I told him, I said, I get it. I said, this is a big deal. You know, I don't want to be someone begging, because I'm divorced. I was married to Cole's biological father, and I got divorced for really what I felt were good reasons, but it doesn't say that in the Bible. But I do believe I have the mercy of the Lord because I'm a believer and all that stuff. So it was very, very interesting for me to have that experience. And also, I've been listening to Kay Arthur. I really like her teachings, and I'm going to do a precept. I'm going to do a precept study coming up. And I signed up for one in September because I wanted to wait for all this stuff in the summer to die down. But she, you know, it's like, I just believe that whatever struggles we go through, there's the purpose in them is so often just for us to, first of all, lean on God more, and then secondly, to go out and do the second thing that Jesus said, which is to love one another, to help one another through hard times. Somebody's going through depression. Listen, I'll talk to you. I had suicidal ideation all my life until I got the proper medication and Jesus together. You know, that's for me. You know, I'm not here to push or proselytize or any of that. This is just my experience walking with God, you know. And I know that it helps me when I hear about other people's experiences walking with God, you know, or even if I know that they are walking with God and I just see them walking with God, that too, in and of itself, is very helpful. Like my aunt and uncle, that I'm going to their beach house. They are two of the most godly people I have ever met in my life. They are not judgmental. They are sweet and kind and loving. And the Lord has placed heaps of blessings on them, and that there's a reason for that, you know. There's a reason for that. All right, I'm going to try to get these. I'm going to see if these wipes are going. But I think we have to respect each other too. Like I was being so selfish in the sense of, like, I was being pushy and selfish about getting married, and it's not for him. And I mean, if I love him, then I don't want to be the person who's making him uncomfortable and pushing him and all of that. So I feel like once I settled it with God now, it's going to be better for everybody. So, and I told my son right away, I said, come inside, come in here. You know what, I'm going to ask it's really good. This is a good question. She said, could you do this? I'm going to ask my pastor about that. He was open to that. And really, it would be just myself, the 2 children, my daughter and our son, and him. It wouldn't be anybody else. It would just be, and my pastor. Like, that would be it. So I'm going to ask her about that. She's very loving and very kind and very understanding. you know, so. All right, I am loving this stuff. Now, what I'm gonna do is hit it with the heat gun. This stuff is very cool, and I like that stencil. The heat gun, which is where? But anyway, I appreciate you guys listening to my stuff, because a lot of times I need to hear, like, something like Ami said. I need to hear another perspective, something that would, you know, something that would look at the perspective of the other person and not just myself, you know. That's the truth. I don't know if you can hear me over this, but so Cole and I today will be going and taking my mom for her doctor's appointment. She is going to see her cardiologist. That's our today plans. And yeah, oh, it's really cool how it expands. I wonder if Beth has this chalk one. I should send her some. I will send her some. Once I get my Happy Mail game up and going. I think that's going to happen in the fall when my buddy goes back to school. All right, now, since we did that one, we're going to try some of the glitter paste. And I'm feeling this one right here. Confetti paste. Yes, please. Right? Oh, I love the word. So gentle is one of the fruit. It's one of the fruit of the spirit, right? And every time I hear them speak on the fruit of the spirit, I think of Janet Nash. If that woman is not like an exemplification of Jesus's fruit of the spirit, I don't know who is. Especially the gentleness. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm just picking through some. I'd like to try this out at some point. I wanted to maybe use it on the jelly plate. I got it on a clearance from, I think, scrapbook.com. It says, make the art you love. Yes. Yes, please. All right. Oh, I haven't used this yet. Let's use this. This is a Diane Wakely. I like Dina Wakely. I like Dina Wakely, you know. What did Angie write? Yeah, Angie said, I didn't see it. She said she's never been married and she doesn't want to. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. Angie said, why do you have a fan on your shirt or the baby's hot? No, it's Andrew's. So Andrew has one and I have one and my buddy Nolan has one because Andrew loves fans. So I'm planning when I get the Cricut up and moving too at some point to make t-shirts for Team Andrew, for all of us who work with Andrew. There's going to be a lot of t-shirts. Yeah, he's obsessed with fans. So Nolan made this. And I just want to point out, Nolan is a devout Christian. Sometimes I think people think that Christians don't have a sense of humor. Yes, sir. Yes, he does. Oh, thanks, Janet. You know what? This is a follow-up from, like, last week, Cole and I took my mom down to get some tests. And then the tests came back really good. And then this is her annual, because she had a TAVR a replacement of a valve in her. A year ago, she had a valve replaced, and it all went really, really well. Thanks be to God. And so, oh, I see what it is. There's a stick. Okay, this is tape right here. Hold on. I've been getting, Angie, I hate to tell you, I'm getting more comfortable with this craft knife. All right, so that's the mask. We're going to use the stencils, but you get a mask with this too, which is cool. I like masks, especially on a jelly plate. How you doing, Marty? How's things in your world? Is something wrong with Marty? Marty, I don't know if you have something going on. I know we need to pray for Lisa, My Eclectic Life, Stephanie G, and Teresa Church, because they're all going to have some kinds of surgical procedures, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the details. I don't need to know the details. To pray, you don't need details. You just need to ask God to look after the people that you're praying for. That's how I do it. All right. Let's put this here. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to do the glitter paste. I say we do one whole one right here, almost, right? Right there. Oh, you're getting an endoscopy? Oh, sweetie, I've had those. You know what? It's not that bad. I've had them a couple. You probably had them too. But it's not fun. You have to get knocked out. I always feel so weird after those experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, after they knock you out. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to go back to this knife. Oh, I'm going to go back. I had to do that, and I had to do the colonoscopy. This is many years ago now. But, you know what? It's okay. You're doing what you got to do. You're taking care of yourself. I really am supposed to at some point, and I know I'm going to go for my annual physical this year, and they're going to say it again. Oh, Malia, that's terrible. I have a girlfriend that has that. She has a real problem with her throat, and she chokes and everything. Me too, Malia. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I didn't want to say it, but I feel weird the next day, but when you're just at that point where they knock you out, hell yeah, man. Now you understand why Michael Jackson did what he did with those drugs. I'm terrible. I apologize. Oh my goodness. And the lady goes to me when I got my teeth done. She goes, if you don't know, I'll show you. This is all one big giant implant. Anyway, oh, thanks, Angie. The lady she was interesting. She was an anesthesiologist and a dentist. And then I had my own dentist, my regular Dr. Adam, my fabulous, wonderful dentist. And so I go to her, what drugs are you? I go, what drugs are you putting in there for the anesthesia? And she starts listing them off. I was like, wow. I said, you're going to send me like to another realm. Propofol. And what's that one that everybody's addicted to now that's terrible? Right? When you're going to give the good stuff, night. Oh, okay. Yeah. The tests are different. Yeah, it's such a nap. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's a totally different thing than, the surgery. Well, because they're poking around and stuff, They're like making a mess, as far as I think. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, tests are different. But the prep for the colonoscopy is supposed to be better these days. I don't know. When I got it, I went to the pharmacy to get they told me there was something for prep. Nobody told me about it. I had no clue. When the pharmacist brought this jug that was massive up to the counter, I said, that's not for me, is it? He's like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, my gosh. Nobody prepared me. Oh, this is really nice stuff. I like the way it spreads. And I love that it has the glitter already in it. I think if you have any kind of a texture-y paste of any kind, if you want to make your own, you could probably just stick glitter right up in that texture paste. That's what I would say. I would think. All right, let's see. Now, does anybody know exactly when Candy's moving? Do we know? What? They kept her awake for a colonoscopy? Ugh, that makes me mad. That's terrible. Ugh. Because the anesthesiologist cost a lot of money. All right, that looks cool. Now, this one's also, this is not an expanding one, so this one we have to just let it dry. Okay, we're just gonna let it dry. And then what I do whenever I have something like this or paint, I just wipe it off right back into the paper so that it'll stay there, especially the glitter. So, chunks of glitter. Chunk of glitter. Oh, so I'm going to try to stream a couple times a week. I want to play with my art stuff, hang out with you guys. I know, like, when Janet was streaming, I'm doing stuff. I'm crafting along. It doesn't have to be that you're doing. I do when Mary's there. You don't have to do the same thing that the person's doing on the stream. You can just have them as company. That's my thing. Hey! I was just asking about you. Look. Where is it? Hold on. I got all these products I'm using. I said Desert Sunset. That reminds me of Desert Nana. Look at that. How is life? How you doing? $700. Jeez. Louise. Oh, my goodness. All right. This is a situation because these glitters are not coming off of this. So I may have to do this later, and I don't mind. Oh, I do love that there's glitter on my desk, though. I love the glitter. Glitter. Okay. So we got those. And this one I know how it works, but we're going to add some anyway. How about adding, I think we're going to go with the white one here. This expanding mousse, white one. Yeah, let's do it. She says, I'm just fine. Oh, Nana, I'm so happy. So happy. Cole and I are taking my mom for her cardiology checkup today, a little bit later from now. Nana, she's doing pretty well. She's still making me laugh. Okay. Oh, every two, if you don't mind me asking, Malia, is that for like, you have like a tummy thing? Usually I was having a hard time with I was vomiting blood at one point years ago. Thank you, Janet Nash. You wonderful lady, you. I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink. Angie, she might just be busy with the move. That's what I'm thinking. She had to get a lot done. I know she has to get a lot done with the move. Do you know when she's moving, Ange? I don't know the exact date she's moving. And I forgot to ask her again where she's moving to. I know she told me a while ago. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's do another stencil. Let's do it. How about this one? Never used it before. It's $1. This you can find at the Dollar Tree. Oh, good for you, Malia, because my stepmom did not do it when she was your age. And her mother died of colon cancer. Is it August? Okay, so it's not like tomorrow. She's not moving tomorrow. So my stepmom did get colon cancer, but they caught it quick enough. But when some of these cancers, when they run in your family, like the only cancer that really runs in my family is lung cancer. So everybody has to not smoke. That's the deal. You can't smoke. And as a teenager, I smoked here and there. All right, when I was drinking, totally different ballgame, totally different life. She had a doctor's appointment. Okay, all right. I'm sure she's okay, sweetie. She'll get back to you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put the Oh, this is actually pretty nice, guys. It's plasticky like this, but it's still pretty. I think they've upped their game a little bit on these. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I don't know what that is, Marty. A resection. Oh, well, you know what? You got to do what you got to do. So it shouldn't have to be that way, Malia. It shouldn't have to be that way. It's very frustrating. Okay. Ooh, it's all still good. It's still good and mushy. I was afraid this stuff wasn't going to be any good anymore. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, let's do the rainbow first because, rainbow. I saw a rainbow when I was in Philadelphia with my daughter. It was such a gift. So wonderful. I was like, we were in the Uber. It was my first time in an Uber. I'd been in a Lyft on my way home from the mental hospital, but I'd never been in an Uber. And it was fun to be in an Uber with my daughter and then look up in the sky and see a beautiful rainbow. So it's fantastic. I was digging that. All right, this says choose happy. I was hoping it would say choose life. Choose happy. Oh, really? It's very easy to use this stuff. Even more than the chalk, this regular expanding paste. I'm just stuttering. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel grateful I don't have to have a lot of medical tests. I went through a period where I was struggling with health, but it was all connected to stress. So once I got my mental health and the stress levels lowered, and that is part of why, a huge part of why I stopped working at the college and at the other job I was at and just decided to work with Andrew, is because of helping my mom. I'm helping her as much as she needs, whatever all her appointments are, and all that stuff. I have to do a lot of stuff with her prescriptions, and I have to set her up with the psychiatrist, all this stuff, right? And I want to make sure I wasn't tired when I was doing that, right? And then in addition to that, I just found that, I guess maybe because I hadn't been working for a lot of years, that being in the workforce with people who gossip in particular was really stressful to me. It was just too stressful. I didn't like it. I didn't want to be around it. Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. Oh my God, you poor thing. It does. It spreads like butter. Okay, Angie said she made her a bowl and Mel took it. She sent me a picture of it and he had his glasses in it. Oh, Mel. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh. That's really funny, Ange. All right, let's see. Ooh, I like it. It's like I don't know if you guys can see it, like a shimmery kind of it's like a shimmer to it. Yeah, Marty, it really started, yes. Oh, me, believe me, I'm with you, girl. My daughter, every time my daughter goes out and has too much with her friends, and the next day she calls me and she has all this anxiety. And I said, I don't know what to tell you except what Grandpa told me, which is stop drinking. If it's, it's not that she's an alcoholic, but it's just that she gets such anxiety. And I have to say, I've never been around my daughter while she was, I've never been around my daughter when she was drinking. And I'm hoping my son just won't. But you never know. Like, I grew up in a house where both of my parents, neither of my parents drank. I didn't have access to alcohol. It wasn't a thing. And when I was in 7th grade, one of my friends thought it would be a good idea, because my older brother was 4 years older than me, and her sister was 4 years older than her, and they were all drinking in high school. And we were in middle school, and we called it junior high back then. And so the first time I did it, the experience I had was way different than everybody else. Even when I looked back on it, I could not stop. And once I started, I couldn't stop. It was like there's never like one drink. It was always so many drinks. Yeah, my life is so much better without it. But both, oh, look. Oh, see, look. It came up. I got that on there too. All right, let's do this page. I'm going to cut this because I want to feel like it's a little more even. This isn't the best paper. It's like a watercolor for tearing. It's not the best for tearing, but it's really good for making like, yeah, me, that's how I feel when they get like that, right? So I'm going to make these into little scraps, right? Okay, and I'll put them, in my scrap basket. I do have room in my scrap bin for a few more scraps. Yeah, my little brother's like that of me. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. My son, even when we were at the concert, my son's like, "Oh, look at that chair! Isn't that the kind of chair that Uncle Pat fell out of at the Michigan game?" Because he's a good dad. He's a really good dad, but he doesn't know how to like tame it down with that stuff. All right. And he makes my mom worry, and I'm always telling her, don't worry. And she made me promise when she's gone that I'll make sure I look out for him. I said, I will. He said, he looks out for me, I look out for him. That's what we do. My older brother doesn't drink anymore either. He has an ex-wife she's not what I would call an alcoholic. She is, she's more of a problem drinker. So, but you know, Romeo's, it's funny. He's funny thing what he watches, things he watches on YouTube crack me up. Yeah, me, exactly. 100%. 100%. So many bad things. Finally, I realized I had to stop drinking, and I stopped in 2008. But then I went to that road show, and I drank while I was there because I was nervous and because everybody was drinking, and I really struggled. Back then, even still, I struggled with being around everybody drinking and me not drinking. So I did that. So, I mean, like, you know, but I haven't really, I haven't drank since then. So, even that was a bad experience. It really was. So, anyway, alcohol, I don't know. It's just not for me. It's not for me. All right, let's see. Romeo doesn't drink it either. He's had his share of things. I'm going to pick one of these. Yes, I hear Malia's got it. I got to put my glasses back on. I understand people having fun, and I respect that. Not interested in being around it. Yeah. Yep. You broke the cycle. Exactly. My father broke the cycle too. He wasn't well, I don't know if my grandpa was an alcoholic. He might have been a problem drinker. I don't know. But my father was the reason my father died is because of alcoholism when he was 75, but he stopped drinking when he was 30. I'm going to go with this one. I like this one here. He stopped drinking when he was 30, and so he raised his kids so without being an alcoholic, right? So that's a good thing. But apparently he was really a mess. And not only that, he and my mom bought a bar that they ran for a while in the late 60s, early 70s. Ugh. Yeah, me too. Well, I wasn't sober at the roadshow. Blue nail polish like Janet's, yes. I know what? I'm not sure. I asked Andrew what color should I get at my next appointment, which is tomorrow. And I'm getting a pedicure too, just because I'm going to the beach. I don't usually get pedicures, but I want them to match. All right, well, let's put this one on. What do we suppose? Let's see. I'm going to go with, I think this looks good here. Look at this. See, we get a little bit of that. I don't know. The only issue I have is they don't put a color name, and I love color names. I really do. All right. My kids have never seen me drink, which is a blessing, but they have seen me have manic episodes, and that's worse. Romeo's been watching these. You ever see the webcam videos of, I don't know why I have to point right here. The videos of the police webcams and people being insane. And Romeo said to me yesterday, so many of them are just drunk, you know. And yeah, you go, girl. You go, girl. Friend of Bill. I went to Alcoholics Anonymous for a long time, and that's where I met Cole's Biodad, and they tell you not to hook up with other people in the program, and I'm the rebellious person that I have been in my life. Of course, I right away didn't listen to that. All right, let's see. So, ooh, this is so creamy, like butter. It is like butter. Oh, it feels good. I like it. Oh, the sensation. I love the sensations of crafting. Sensation. And this one, you just like, you don't need that much, right? So it'll spread all the way out. And the color's nice. It matches over here. This is good. So I also have, when I went to Blick, I have a short on my channel. It shows you the choices. There were so many beautiful handmade papers. I had a hard time choosing, but I did choose a couple. And I'm going to break them down into collageable. Collageable. Is that a word? Collageable? Things that you can... Oh, I know, Ange. Oh, I'm glad he stopped, though, Ange. I'm really glad he stopped, sweetie. I'm so glad. So glad my dad stopped. What was interesting at my dad's celebration of life, it's like, it just interested me that they kind of didn't even acknowledge the first, like, half of his life, because it was run by my second stepmom. And I was like, oh, they don't have any pictures really of us, me and my brothers much. And they don't have any pictures of my dad in his early life. Like, I was like, you know, I love you guys, but he did have a life before you came along. You only knew him for like 20 years, 25 years, and he was 75. Me too, Marty. Oh, girl, me too. I love Barnes & Nobles. Oh, God, I love Barnes & Nobles. Cole and I went by this mall. It's one of the biggest malls in the country, called in King of Prussia, where we were in Pennsylvania for that concert. And, oh, I was tempted. We went to a really cool steakhouse, though. It was called Sullivan's Steakhouse. I saw it had I said to him, I said, baby, we need to go to this. We need to go to that steakhouse. It was the nicest meal I've ever had. It was the most expensive meal I've ever had, too. Cost as much as the hotel room. But it was my baby, and I'm just splurging. We decided, instead of going away for like a week somewhere, because Romeo doesn't really want to travel. He just doesn't. He doesn't like want to be around people. He's just like he's in his retirement moment. So... But Cole and I do. So we decided that we are going to, yeah, it is. That's a good word. Is that she say unfortunate? Unfair. Oh, yeah, unfair. I know, Anne, she's not nice. It's not nice. Brothers just need to be nice to their sisters. My little brother was not always that nice when I was going through it, but my big brother's always been nice to me, and my little brother's, he's good. He's gotten settled. So, oh, I love that. Yes, look at that. And then, you know what? When you get it dried, we just go around it with one of these markers, right? Yes, let's do it. I like to do another corner over here. I think we'll do 3 sections, the rule of 3. I know, Ami. I know you are. I totally know you are. But I don't want Cole to not have experiences. So Cole and I decided we are going to just do things like what we did. We went to that concert. Cole loves to go in the pool. He loves to swim. So I might make sure, I always try to make sure if I take him somewhere that there's a pool, an indoor pool. So the next trip we're going to take there's a place called Kalahari. It's kind of like a Great Wolf Lodge, but a little bit different, but mostly the same at the same time. It's got an indoor water park and an outdoor water park, and we're going to go to that. And I think I'm going to take him in August before school starts, but I was about to buy the tickets, and I got an email the next day. I did it, and it was like, I was so grateful because they're going to be 30% off on Saturday. So I said to Cole, I'm going to wait till Saturday and get those 30% off tickets, you know? And even if, I don't know, even if there's no availability for like right away, then we can go, if other people just grab it, we'll just go ahead and, we will go ahead and just book it for later in the year, you know? So like maybe let him take a day off of school or something. I said, oh, it's a big Andrew. I'm telling you, I'm starting to notice that not only is Andrew like using the phrases that I say, I'm using the phrases Andrew says. That's another one. He goes, he's saying know what I'm saying because of me. And whatever I just said is one of his phrases too. Oh, he's so funny. Time is hard for him. So like he always says, I want to do this for months, which just means that he wants to do something for a long time. Yeah, I think these are from Temu or from, you know what? You could even look up the number on here. It's a 30 pack. Wrong. Sorry, I'm putting it in the wrong way. It's a 30 pack. And I think it's from Amazon. But it could be Temu, but I think it's Amazon. Because I have that one, and then I think I have another set like that in here. Yeah, I have another set here. These are the mandala ones. And I think these are from one of those places. Yeah, we do. We have so much fun. We have so much fun. And he's such a good boy. He's such a sweet boy, my boy. I'm so blessed. He's such a good boy. He's 15. The fact that he even wants to hang out with me is so cool, you know. I mean, I'm not saying he wants to hang out with me every day of the week, all day long, but that he's interested. And he's just a good boy. Whenever I ask him, like even right before I came on, I was just clearing some stuff out of the car for Romeo's going to the shop, going to do grocery shopping. And I was just clearing stuff out of the car, and I had a bunch of stuff on the lawn. And I go, can you just clean that up for me? And he doesn't even like give me any lip or, you know, it's just so nice. Oh my gosh. Well, holy moly, I just knocked that over. Sorry, that was a big call. Thanks, Marty. He's a sweet boy. I'm telling you, ever since he's a baby, I called him Baby Cole. And then when he wasn't baby enough to be called Baby Cole anymore, I called him my sweet boy. And he is my sweet boy. He's so sweet. If I could see, if you could get a picture of him with his grandmother and how he takes care of her. She's got a cane that she's using finally. Thank you. And he just walks with her. And she's so slow now, my mom. She walks really, really slow. And he just walks her and holds her. Hey, how are you, love? How are you? Oh, we love you, Liz. I have had you on my heart ever since the situation with your daughter. My heart just goes out to you so much. What did I just do with that stencil, guys? I had it in my hand. I was going to show Marty something. Do you see the stencil here on the table? Here it is. No, that's not it. Dang it. Okay, people who stream, can you just let me know why when we're streaming do things disappear that are right in front of our eyes? It's just crazy. I wanted to put another little piece of that right there, but I can't find it. I'm going to have to get another stencil. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Malia. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And you know, it's not just me. With my daughter, I was a single mom. You know, I met Romeo when she was like 6, and we got together when she was like 7, but then we broke up when she was 12 for 3 years, and then I got back with him, and then by that time she was finishing high school. So she loves him, but when he got together with me, he was really frank. He said, I don't want to be her father. I want to be her friend. And I said, I totally respect that. Oh my God, people, it's right here. It's right here. I had it stood up right over there. Thank you, Marty. Thank you. I'm Janet, right? I mean, what's the deal with that? What is the dilly silly? So, yep. So I'm just using up a bunch. Not using up, but I'm using this paste here. Lizzie, I'm using things I've ordered that I haven't opened and I haven't used because that's a good thing for me to do. I tend to be good about using my stuff. I do. But it's just a matter of, do I have the, time? Do I have the mojo? Yeah, that's it. And, my son, I don't know, he might think about community college, which I'm going to be fine with, but that's another argument. With my daughter it's so funny. It's not like arguments like a fight, but disagreements on certain things with my son. And I'm like, I laugh because she did help me out with him when he was little and all that. And we were going through it with the divorce and all that. But, and the domestic violence, don't forget that part. She's the one who came to me, She was 15. She was Cole's age, and she came to me one day with her laptop in her hand. I'm gonna cry if I tell this story, but it's a good story to know. And she said, "Mommy, here's what happens to toddlers." That's how old Cole was. If they're raised in a home with domestic violence. And I thought I was shielding her from it. I thought she didn't know. And then I just looked at her and I said, "Okay, I get it." And I said, "Did you look up how it impacts teenagers like yourself? Because it's not just about him, it's about you too." And then the way I started to get out was my daughter went on vacation to Florida with her best friend's family, which is where she's going to celebrate her best friend's mom's 60th birthday in Majorca. And that's where she's going in a couple days. Anyway, she said, "I'm not going to go on the vacation if you stay here," because it had been a really, 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 really bad night the night before. And so I promised her that I would leave, and I did. I went to my best friend's house in the Poconos, and he went absolutely insane. And he started showing up at my friends' houses and my mother's house and telling them that I was a drug addict, and all this stuff, just crazy stuff. And I'm not saying that I've never used drugs. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that I haven't used drugs inappropriately, or that you know, whatever. I'm not saying that I have. Yes, I have. Most people with mental illness, especially, have dipped into the drug or alcohol scene because it is a way of self-medicating. Anyway, so people, and my brother too, my little brother, he called my little brother, like, it was just crazy. So he said he was going to take, oh, cool, you're doing, Angie's crafting on the Cricut Joy machine. I don't know why God's putting it on my heart to tell this story. Maybe it's going to reach somebody, so I have to just do it, I guess. I wasn't really planning on it, and this is not a story I have told on YouTube before. So my best friend, now Dina, I've been friends with her since we were 11, okay? So she knows everything about me, and I know her family, and she knows my family, and we grew up together, and we're still friends to this day. So I ran to her house in the Poconos, and she has this wonderful husband. She doesn't have kids. And she said, you're going to stay here. You're not going to go anywhere. And I said, okay. But then I got wind that he was going to call the police and say that I had kidnapped my son. So praise the Lord that he had gifted me with a beautiful, beautiful friend from work. I was still teaching at that time. A friend from work who was a social worker, an amazing social worker. So I called her and asked her about it. And she said, let me get some research done. I'll call back to you. And I said, because what's going to happen if he does that? And so she said, she called me back. I'm going to put the heat gun on. She called me back and she said, if you go to the Domestic Abuse and Rape Crisis Center, you know, the shelter for battered women, if you go there, they will fax a paper over to where I was living to the police, telling them that you are there as a sanctuary. And so so then I got off the phone with my best friend, and I said, that's what my best friend's like. At first she was like, you're not leaving, you're not going to a shelter, you have a place to stay, you know, I want you to be with us, I don't want you taking Cole there. But then we talked about it more, and I said, but yeah, but I'm going to be screwed if he does that. And so I did. I went to the shelter with my son, and we were there a week. And one of the saddest pieces of my life, and it's okay, because God worked everything out. But for me, my son was only like 2.5. And I actually came to visit Romeo here at the farm with my son. No, I didn't bring my son. 100%, that's because they're sickos. I mean, they're sickos. So I went to, all right, hold on. Before I talk about that, I'm going to use some of this Nuvo drops to do like outlining, and I'm going to pick a color. And I don't know what color I want. How about white? So I went, and they were lovely people. And then they also do a thing where they have somebody who, it's really wonderful. They have somebody who, maybe I'm not going to outline, I'm just going to play. So they have somebody who will take you to the courthouse to get the temporary restraining order. And I don't know how restraining orders work in other states in New Jersey or in other countries, but I went and I had an iPad, a mini iPad for work that I got, and I had recorded on it him screaming at me and me begging him to stop because the children are upstairs. And so I think God wants me to say this story so that I can once again be reminded what my life was like when I didn't walk with God. And that is the truth. My life was total chaos. So I went, and they only gave me a temporary restraining order. They wouldn't give me a full one that lasts. So fast forward a little bit, I got an apartment. My brother Patrick, of course, my little brother, he helped me get an apartment in the district where my daughter goes to school. So she would be able to, you know, still be doing that. And when I was working, I one day he had Cole with him, and he took Cole, he asked Cole to show him at 2.5 where the key to my apartment was, which it was silly of me. I put it under a pot, but I had it there for my daughter and my mom too at that time. And he went inside my apartment and just used everything and acted like it was his apartment, and then he wouldn't leave, and I couldn't, it was just crazy. So then one day, he was there and he was screaming at me and arguing, and I'm holding Cole in my arms, and he's I pushed him out of the door. I pushed the door closed, and he was trying to get in, and he broke the door down on me, and I had bruises all over me. And that time I didn't go to the shelter, but I called the police, and I was running around, and it was like a condo community. And I'm running around in the yard screaming for this guy who was there and asking him to call the police, and he did nothing. That was really awful. But the police came, and my girlfriend came, and we went to the police station. The police were amazing to me. They were super amazing to Cole. And then that time, right on the phone, I didn't even have to go to court, I don't think it was. They gave me the full restraining order, and I've had it ever since. And I had to call once. He showed up once over at Cole's school. I had to call. That was early on when Cole was like in first grade. And I haven't seen him since, because when he did that, I called my father, because I had left my father kind of out of it. But when I told my dad what was going on, I finally just came clean. My father goes, "Give me his effing number." So I gave him the number. My father could be very scary. And I gave him the number, and to this day, I have never heard from him again. So I got the divorce. I did see him one time because I got the divorce paper. No, but that was before that. Anyway, it's a bunch of crazy. It's a bunch of crazy. And I'm just like, sorry that I used to feel guilty, but now I just feel sorry. I feel remorse in my heart about my daughter having to live through all of that. She's a wonderful person, and she's a great kid, and I wish that I had been wiser, and I wish I had been walking with God. Yeah, well, me, honestly, it wasn't the restraining order that worked. It was my father. It was my father calling, and my father I don't know what my father ever said to him, but I never heard from him again. I've kind of lost track of the sequence of it all, because it was all so insane. But yeah. All right, let's try one of these. So anyway, thanks for listening to that. I have no idea why I felt that I needed to process that here. No, Marty, not at all. Not even a blip. Not even a blip. Not even a little tiny bit. Cole's dad's name is John Romeo, and John has been raising him since he was 3 years old. And it's funny because Romeo didn't have a chance with this one. He was at school, and he's like, well, my dad, I heard him one day at school calling John. He calls him John because when I introduced him to John, he was 3, and I called him John. We actually called him Farmer John. And praise God. Absolutely a me. And I think that's why God was with us the whole time. And even in the midst of all that insanity, I did get Cole baptized. And that was God too, because I wasn't believing anything at that point. It's just, I wasn't. And you know what else God did in my life? Listen to this. This is the craziest one. So while we were in the shelter, the sad part was Kaylee came home from the vacation with her best friend, and it was Kaylee's 16th birthday, her sweet 16, and I had to pick her up and bring her back to that shelter. And I felt so bad. But I said, listen, honey, I promised I wouldn't stay. So, and I explained everything to her, she understood, but it's still, being at a shelter like that when you're 16, it's not easy. Cole was fine. There were toys. There were other kids, Marty says God knew I was coming to him. Well, that's right, because he's sovereign and he knows all things, right? Yep. He's sovereign and he knows all things. So my daughter was there. My daughter's a very sweet person. She's very kind and loving. And this one is not, this one might be too hard. Oh no, it's okay here. This part's hard. Oh, look what I did. Oh man. Well, we'll just use it. The Nuvo. All right, look what I did to these Nuvo drops. You know what? That's all right. We're going to just do it this way. Let's spread them around. We're going to play with them a little different way. Spread them around. They look good. Look, it actually looks good on there. Yeah. When you make a mistake, it means that you are having fun. Look, some more on my hand here. Yeah, we don't have to use them that way. Anyway, and I apologize if I triggered anyone, if you've been through these experiences and you're listening to this, and I do apologize because I do go with the flow and the stream of consciousness when I'm on here. Oh, yes, yes. Lizzie said, oh, Lizzie, you missed the beginning. I didn't hear that. He's going to change the rules of divorce. Wow, I'm so glad to hear that, Lizzie. Oh, I got to check that out. I got to check that. I like him very much. I like the last Pope, too. I do. And, you know, for those of us who were, you know, brought up at any level or any time in the Catholic Church, it's important that we stay in touch. I stay in touch. And I know when, even though I've switched over to the other side and I'm a Lutheran now, even though that's the case, from the pulpit, our pastor, she talks about the Pope, and when they were, you know, we our whole church prayed for the whole entire Catholic Church when the whole thing was going down to get, you know, for the new Pope and everything. So very cool. Thank you for sharing that, Lizzie. Oh, Angie, working away in the background. You go. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, Marty, I was to a point. My parents got divorced and the parish kicked us out. So that was the old way. So my daughter was there, but anyway, so my daughter came and there was a woman there who had, I think, 2 daughters. One of them was autistic, high functioning autistic person. And, they were really sweet girls, and my daughter was really sweet with that girl because she was maybe like 13 or something. And I remembered that. And then I'm talking about a year later, we used to get this little newspaper called I live in Warren County. It's called the Warren Reporter. It was really local, very local stuff. And I swear I couldn't believe it. I was with Romeo's mom at the time. I was taking care of her, and I looked down on the table. He brought in the newspaper. And it said that this woman had been murdered due to domestic violence. And it turned out it was that lady that we were at the shelter with. And in that moment, I looked at John and I was like, this is a message for me about what didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? You know? Hey, she's just home. How are you? Are you good? How did your appointment go, girl? How did it go? Oh, I'm using all my stuff I haven't used that I ordered from Peachy Sheep. That's what I should title the video. Using Peachy Sheep items. Okay. I think I need to order. These are like a little bit dried out, not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah, see? Exactly, Lizzie. Oh, it's wonderful, Lizzie. It's wonderful. Oh, PT. My mom. Oh, yes, it is, Candy. My mom is in PT and OT 4 days a week. And it is hard work. It's a lot of hard work. Good for you for doing it, though. Yeah, dude. And they give you homework, too. Okay, this is like the first, you know what? This is the first test I've given these nails since I got them. Can they withstand mixed media? Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. This is a nice stencil. It's nice and thick. I do like them when they're thick like that. All right, how about if we overlap over here just a little bit? I think it's good. Yes, yes. So I'm thinking about thinking about making a birthday card for my Charlotte. We got her a bubble machine, where there's one of those machines that brings out lots and lots of bubbles. And then of course my little baby, my Evan, he's 7 now. Evan is 7. These are my little brother's kids. I have to give him something because, you know, I don't like to give a kid one. I don't like to give a sibling a gift, even if it's a birthday gift, and not give one to the sibling. So he is a really, really athletic kid, and he's really good at baseball. And I got him some baseball cards because my uncle, I think, used to collect them too. So he'll be cool. We'll be all down there and he can show them when we go down. We're leaving on Thursday morning and we're coming back on Sunday afternoon. And for the first time ever, this young lady who we go to church with, Ashley, she's a sweetie pie, is going to watch my, what's on the pegs? Do you call them clothes? Oh, clothespins? Is that what she's talking about? The clothespins? I have one. Can you see them? Oh, you can see them. Oh, so I keep them here because I use all of these. I use when I'm making journals. But let me show you what's on the clothespin over here, Janet Nash. Just let me show you. Hold on. I have this hung up I don't know if you remember this. Janet made this for me. It's right next to me all the time. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. Nana, it's going to be one of those really, really hot days too. So Janet, let's hang it here. I have to use one of these bigger ones though. And wait, Malia, look what's here. This is made by Malia. Malia made that. Yep, Malia made that one. And then, yeah, I just usually, I don't know where these came from. But I keep these here, like, just to, well, let's hang Janet's piece here. So and then I have this, yeah, I wrap fabric so that I can hang stuff off the fabric, right? Like that. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? Turn it. Oh, and this is a great lamp. I got this lamp from on a recommendation by Jorinda. It's a really good one. Oh, thank you, Janet. Oh, so mid-August. Okay, thank you, Candy. I was not sure. Yeah, this is a Malia tassel on the other side. I have to get it over. Let's push it over here. There, they'll be together. There they are. The girls are together. Yeah, no, that's cool. The condo's ready, and Candy, you and my daughter are in the same boat. She's going to be moving again, and she's going to be having like an overlap between when she leaves and when she. But it'll be, you know what? It'll be nice for you. Yeah, I think you'll be in good shape going to a new place. Do you have to go up and down stairs a lot though? At the condo? That's my only question. Sometimes they're one floor now. I had a condo and I loved it. Oh, and even Romeo, that's when we got together when I was living up in that condo. And I had bought it after I sold my first house. I bought that condo and it was wonderful. And he actually really loved it because it was close to where we worked and he never had to do, you don't have to shovel snow or anything. Okay? It's wonderful. Yeah, they take care of everything. Your yard, everything, you know. And I had my golden retriever at the time, and so she was like everybody's favorite in the neighborhood. Romeo would go out and walk her, and yeah, people would talk to him, even though he doesn't really like talking to people. I said to him this morning, he's playing music and cleaning the house while I was up here with Janet, and I went down after Janet got off, and he's like, I was like, oh, and he goes, I go, oh, and I was like, how about, see, remember we used to go to live music? You want to go to live music? It was really nice. We went to see James Taylor, and he just looks at me. He's like, I said, what if it's outside? He just, like, doesn't want to be. I'm like, man, you're becoming a hermit. You need to stop. All right, there we go. I really like this one. It is called nothing. They don't have a name. Come on. Bo Bunny, you're disappointing me. You are disappointing me. Yeah, that's what I had, a townhouse condo. That's what I had, and it was really nice. It was in a little tiny community, real close to work. I really liked it there. My daughter was able to ride her bike outside. Yeah. It's stressful, though, when you got pending things, you know, and it's just, I get it where Candy's coming from. All right, so far, I'm liking this a lot. I think this one's coming out nice. Decorating painting papers. That's what we could call this. Decorating painting papers. Let's see, this one dried. That one didn't have any of the, so okay, so the glitter, this stuff is cool, but when it has the glitter in it, like the big chunks, but obviously you can't really, I mean, I can kind of see the outline of the stencil, but I would say it's not for stencils. I would say use it for yeah. Oh, Angie, of course you will. Of course you will. Oh, great. Oh, that's good. She found a PT for Kessler. Candy, do you mind, if you don't want to share it in the live, that's okay. But I know you told me what town you're moving to, but I forgot. I just forgot. Because that's how my brain is. I can remember who made a painting paper, but I can't remember. I can't remember who, yeah. All right, so I'm going to do one of these magazine painting papers, which I love. And we'll start with just cleaning off this one. These are going to have to go get a little soak when I'm done here. And put a pile of them in the sink while we go take my mom to the hospital. Actually, she's not going to the hospital, but she is. It's the doctor's offices at the hospital. So, and I really like him. His name is Dr. Alapati. I said he reminds me of like a hamburger. But he's really nice. He's a good guy, good doctor. Very good. What do you mean you don't know why? Because it's awesome, Angie. Because it's fun. It's great. Because I'm enjoying you doing it. Somerset. Okay, Somerset. Gotcha. You're going to be closer to me, I think. When you get settled, we'll get together. Yes, yes. All right. Let's see. This has circa. This is the one that Teresa likes. Let's see. I'm feeling maybe, since it's got the red, white, and blue theme, these are little stars that I'm going to use as a mask. But I don't know if I want to use the... I think I'm going to get some paint. Let me grab paint. Yeah. I'm going to use a little of this color shift. Laura Laughing Dog's book. Oh my gosh, you're so great. I'm going to put it down. Hold on. She's got her... Okay, I'm not going to say it just in case. I'm going to put it in here, I guess. I'm trying to find a book. No, I'm going to put it on a Post-it. So I lost my... In my last Manic episode, I lost my address book. Such a pain in my butt. Oh, that part I didn't finish saying. So Romeo was down watching those cop videos. And, oh, it's okay, Ange, because you're a female. It happens to us in our 40s, 50s, and all the time. But even more so when we're the age that we are now. It's okay. Let me just write this down. Yeah, so he was watching those videos. And then I came down this morning. I had a really bad nightmare last night. And I was telling him about it. And he doesn't really dream much. And I have a very active dream life. And so... Then he goes, yeah, I had to stop watching the videos with the police cameras because they had a guy in the back of the car who was totally manic. I wanted to laugh, but then my heart felt so sad. And I was just like, God, I forget how much he went through with me, you know? All right. Oh, thank you, Ami. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. All right, great. I don't even need this then. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. All right, I'm going to go with some of this. And you know what, we're going to use this as, guess what? I was going to use this for the glitter, but I didn't get that far. So that's all right. I'm going to use it for a palette. Oh, I have palettes. Wait, people, I did buy palettes. Hold on. I feel really fancy. Am I fancy or what? I have used them. This is my palette. Fancy. Yes, I'm fancy, fancy, fancy. Hey, Lori! I wrote you back. You probably got it, and I'm real excited. Lori, I wrote my aunt a text message, and she will get back to me. I just asked her for a recommendation of a spot for us to meet up. So Lori and I are going to, I don't know what this is, but it's gooey. We are going to meet up on Friday. I get to meet Lori just like Janet did. I'm so excited. Dun, dun, dun. I just can't hide it. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, Angie, that would never happen. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Oh, Lizzie, I loved when it's so nice to get a postcard in the mail from a friend. You know, guys, I think we underestimate the stuff like that, you know? All right, let's see. This stuff is, oh my, this is pretty thick. Again, I didn't use it for a while, so let's add some water. Let's add a water. Here it is. Here we go. We'll just add a little water. Stir it up. See if it, okay, we're better. That's better. Ooh, that's better. There's no chunks in it, so it's usable. All right, I'm going to use a sponge. Stay, you stay. I think I have my sponges are in reach here. They're supposed to be within reach. I'm still figuring out how to get things the way I want. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a sponge. I know where they are. The other ones. I thought I put them in here. What the heck? Here they are. Okay, we got it. We got it. So, quick question to all of you. Do you guys have a bunch of, yes, Marty's right. Oh gosh, Ange, you're stuck with us. We'd stalk you, baby girl. Amen, Marty. And Nana said, real mail is a blessing. It absolutely is. And for me, the way my brain works, if I receive something in the mail from my art and crafty friends, whenever I look at it, I think of you. And when you think of people in a positive way, I believe that's a nice way to do a prayer, you know? Just thinking good thoughts, that works. It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind, the heart. All right, let's see. I'm going to see how this turns out. So, yeah, at church, I forget why. It might have been at Epiphany. I don't remember. They gave everybody one of these stars. And it had a scripture on it. Oh, yes, I like that. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, that's maybe a little more watery than I want, but that's okay. Uh-oh, that's okay too. There's no mistakes, just happy accidents, right, Bob? I was sad when I thought, I had no idea the Bob Ross, documentary. They really did not do well by his son, at least. All right, I'm going to throw this out because I don't need to save it. I have another one, and it's not. I'm learning to throw things out. I'm really proud of Mary Altier because she has been throwing stuff out, and I know it's hard, but you know, she's like, we can't keep it all. We just can't keep it all. And if you want to get more, you definitely can't keep it all, you know? What did she say? Laura, we were talking about donating to a place of loves. Oh, yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? Of course. They would love it. And you know what, Lori? Actually, if you do that, it'll make my butt get my stuff moving. I've started a pile, but yes, the place is really nice too. It's a beautiful place. If you guys, you might have seen it. It had a lot of, when I did the crochet class, there was a lot of bright colors. They have a VW van, and she's already, now she has she's expanded to she has an Airbnb over there. Yeah, it's really cool. Nice place, nice people. Very nice people. All right, now I need to fill up a little water into here, which is fine by me. I'll let that one dry for a little bit. Okay. Thank you guys for being here with me. I do appreciate you very much. I'm going to grab another paper. And yeah, I want to have a bunch of different kinds of things going on here. So I am going to turn this over. Yes. This is just the end of that. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea, actually. And then, you know, when somebody else asks you to do something, like, then you, like, it's kind of like they say with working out, you should have, like, an accountability buddy. Because it's like, yeah, I'm talking about doing it, but who knows if I'll get it. I have a box that is ready to be mailed and addressed and everything to Defy, but it was just going to be too expensive. It wouldn't be worth what was in the box. And so all I have to do is open that box and put it in a bag. So... all right, let's see. They've got that there, and I'm feeling like I want to do more acrylic paint, and I think I have some that I can reach right here. I've got great shelves for my paint now. I'm really happy with them. I just need to put all the paint on the shelves, which I have not done yet. All right, let's go with some more purple. Yeah, a PT accountability buddy. Candy, that's cool, because then when we meet up, you can just load it into my car and I'll take it right over, you know? That's, yeah, it makes you feel better, guys, doesn't it? That you're going to pass it along to somebody rather, but we have to destash. I tell you what now, ladies, I have such a hard time destashing. I just don't want to let any of it go. I just don't. And it's just terrible because that, you know, in a way I start feeling like I'm being greedy. There are people I could share this with. I also got this from Malia at one of her live sales, and I just love it. These are the ones they used to have at this place called Washington One Stop, which is no longer in existence. When I was a little girl, they had a huge arts and crafts section, and I loved going in there. So this was just a little nostalgic for me. So we're going to put a couple apples on the apple tree. Where'd that? Here it is. Okay. Dinkity dink, dink, dink. I like this palette, so they're nice. They're just acrylic. You could just get a piece of acrylic, though. You don't have to have the palette to do it. Oops. Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie doodles. Yeah, great. All right, Candy, we'll get it together. Maybe we try, it's up to you, but we could try to make a goal of like getting together before the end of 2025. If that, you know, or we can start in the new year. It's up to you. You know, you've got a lot going on, more than I do, really. So, although I have a few things going on. I'm going to go on that cruise with Andrew to Nova Scotia. Unfortunately, my brother, this is sort of like a not an unfortunately, fortunately thing. I don't see Steph. Where is she? Hey, girl. Oh, thanks for coming in to say hey. I love that. You know, even though you can't saying hey, but I can't stay. That's all right, girl. Go do you. So I'm going to be on that cruise with Andrew, and we're stopping in Portland, Maine, which my brother lives. First of all, his office is there, and he lives half an hour from there. So we were going to have the, you know, get together with the kids, see my babies again. But they are going on their own cruise to the Bahamas. So, because he asked me the dates, I said, oh, that's unfortunate, but fortunate, right? You're going, I said, well, we're just cruisers. Look at us. He's been on a cruise before, just once before his kids were born, and they did like it. Of course, my brother would like it. It's like it's unlimited booze. I'm sorry, I love my brother, but really. So I'm doing that with Andrew, and then in October, well, and actually in September, I'm starting a Precept Ministries Bible study that's online, but it teaches you how to study the Bible inductively. I'm so excited about that. And then in October, my friend Jennifer and I are going on a women's retreat with the church. She doesn't go to it anymore, but she used to go to this church, so we're going with those ladies, and that should be fun. And yeah, that's about it for now. That's just sort of wrapping up the end of my year. It's nice. I feel very blessed and grateful. Oh, and Cole and I are going to do at least one more, if not two more, of the Mom and Me. I'm calling it Mom and Me. He's not calling it that. But two more one-nighters. I think maybe one in New York City. He seems to really want to go to the city, so I want to find something that would be, you know, he hasn't been in a long time. He went to the Museum of Natural History. My little brother took him when I was really struggling with anxiety and depression. I asked my brother to take Cole because he was little, only like 8, and I didn't want him to miss out on that experience. So my sister-in-law and my brother, it was before they had their son even, they took Cole to the Museum of Natural History. We had Romeo and I had taken Kaylee when she was in 4th grade. So Angie says, well, Laura, the way your life is going, I have to wait till we're in heaven. Angie Brown, you the funniest girl in town. You know, that thought gives me such comfort sometimes, though, of like how many people I'm going to see in heaven. I don't feel comforted all the time because people I dearly love may not be there, but all of you who will be there, I'm very excited about that. Like, I can't wait to see Alicia again. You know what I'm saying? Cannot wait. Cannot wait. All right, we got these done. What time we got? 1:42. All right, I better wrap it up. I got to take a shower and obviously do something with these nails. So I hope this time works for some of you. I know Janet Young comes on at 1 o'clock, but, you know, that's only 42 minutes over her time. So I hope everybody can go over to Janet Young and enjoy the rest of her stream. She actually does stuff. I usually just talk and do nothing like I did today. If you're new here, if you're new to my, you know why I have to say that? Because I always think it's not anybody new, but then like that beautiful friend of ours, our new Selena friend, she, you know, she found us. I don't know how, but I think she got down the rabbit hole through Pinterest, which is interesting. I got down the rabbit hole due to Brave Girls Club that my mom my mom got for me. Thanks, Janet. Just fun, right? Just fun. You know, Angie, there's a lot of people like that. They just don't like to drive. All right. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you 2 other things. And me, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your help. And I pray over the situations with the children for you. It is, you know, it is a thankless, endless job being a mother, but it is the greatest job. Yeah. So I'm going to read from our Daily Promises book, and I'm going to tell you, hold on, it's up here somewhere. No, it's in my planner. Hold on, I'll get it. I have finally found a planner that I love more than life itself. It's the Happy Planner, like, mini version. I love it. I use it. I put it in my bag. It's wonderful. Okay, let's see. I think it's here for July. Yes, here it is. Okay, I am going to start streaming Mondays at noon, starting today. Thursday at 12:30, which is after Lori, beginning on the 31st of July, and Saturday, beginning August 2nd at 2:30. And I'll put it up on my tab. Okay. Yes, it is, Janet. Great to play. Absolutely great to play. And to visit and, you know, whatever happens, you know, for me is like whatever God, you know, is that who I think it is? Is that Abigail? Abigail, is that you? I don't know if that's Abigail. Hi, jump in. Tell me, I feel like that's Abigail, Desk in the Attic. I don't know why. It just says Min. And if you're not Abigail, that's okay too. But I just have something I really, really want to tell Abigail. And I honestly have to find her address. I was going to write her a letter because I don't know how else to get in touch with her. Does anybody know? Min, is that her? Or Min, are you new? Hi, Min. Anyway, if you're new, thank you for coming and listening. And it is her. I knew it. I knew it. So listen. Wait, people. You're gonna get the mug. So I can't thank you enough, Abigail, for the Kay Arthur book you sent me a couple years ago. She came up on my feed on YouTube, and I have been blessed by her videos beyond. Yeah, that's Abigail in the attic. Yes, it is, Janet. I have been blessed by Kay's videos beyond what I can even explain. And it's all thanks to you, because I knew who she was. I knew who she was because of you. And I signed up for one of her, well, she's with the Lord now, but the Precepts ministry that she and her husband started, I signed up for a Matthew, Matthew, and it's a part 1, and then there's a part 2 after, but I'm going to just do, so my books are coming. I think they're in transit today. So I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I things come up on your feed, and there's lots of different stuff, and there's even in the spiritual world, there's a bunch of, there's people that are not, they're not doing it for the glory of God, right? So you have to really be discerning. And I don't know if I would have clicked on her if I hadn't. And actually I went back and found the book that you gave me, because you move away from things. And I've gone through chapter 8, so I'm going to jump back into that book too. So anyway, I love all of you, and I love you, Abigail. And yeah, see, I have such joy over it. It's ridiculous. I have this joy beyond joy. God's been so good to me. I've been really in the Word, and it has been really transforming my life, transforming my life. So, that's it. You know what that is? Do you know what Alicia would call that moment? Captain Obvious. Reading the Word transforms your life, Laura? Really? Captain Obvious. Yeah, there's my desert Nana. All right, I can't do the, look, I have to bend over all the way like this, because this camera stand doesn't go, I don't think it goes up any further. Oh, maybe it does. Hold on, people, take it a ride. Sorry, close your eyes. Oh, I guess it does. Okay. Woo, thank gosh. All right, so I'm going to read you guys a little something wonderful, okay? We read one in the morning. This is the King James Version of the Bible, which I don't always, I know, Janet, don't we? She said, we love Alicia art. I know. And my whole walls are filled with it. She gave me so many blessings. All right. She used to call Janet the, she and I had names for Lizzie and Janet. And if I was doing something I couldn't get there, especially Lizzie would do impromptu streams. And so I'd be at work, and I'd be so upset because I'd get a text from Alicia, and it would say, the head unicorn's on, because that's what we call Lizzie, the head unicorn. And the fairy godmother is what we call Janet Nash. Those are our nicknames. All right, here we are from Ezekiel 36:26 in the King James Version of the word of our one and only God. And I will give you a new heart, and a new spirit I will put within you. And I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. Praise God. Love you guys. I will see you on the 31st. I believe that's what it said. Let's just look again. It's going to be, yeah, because Thursday, we're leaving for vacation Thursday, so I won't be doing it this Thursday. But I will be with you. Oh, no, I'll see you again next Monday. That'll be the first time I see you guys. Monday at noon Eastern. I will be here next Monday. And that is, because in case it's a replay, you don't know what day of the week I'm talking about. That is the 28th of July. Love you guys. Bye, Angie. I love you. Keep crafting, girl. You do you. Oh, look. Woo. Love you very much, guys. May God